Good morning, Internet. Hatch 61 here. As it often does on camping trips and different things, your plans change. I came up here Sunday morning, very early Sunday morning. It was almost still Saturday night. And I hiked up here to do some camping. I knew there was a storm coming, and this time of year, whatever you want to call it, whether it's a nor'easter, tropical storm, or mini hurricane. I mean, they were forecasting anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of rain, depending on where you were, and winds anywhere from 20, 30, 40 to up to 70 miles an hour in gusts. So I figured I'd come out here and do a little camping. But once I got set up with camp and the winds really started kicking up, I thought this wasn't the best idea. Big branches, trees, everything else were coming down, and it just wasn't safe. So fortunately, it was only about a mile and a half, 2 miles from where I had parked the truck, so I decided to come back. And when I came back, of course, there's not as much to do because you're not out in the middle of the woods, so you don't have to worry about gathering food and water and wood and all that stuff. So I figured I'd just take advantage of it and relax. So I've been reading a book and taking it easy. And this is the next day after the storm. And let's see, it's Tuesday. So the winds have died down a bit, stuff like that. And I had time to think about, a lot of the items that I use all the time when I'm out here. And they're all small little gadgets. But I want to share some of them with you because they are useful and they're inexpensive for the most part, and they make you stay a little bit more comfortable. So let me just show you a couple of them. First one I have, everybody's, who goes out hiking or whatever, they use the Nalgene bottles. The normal cap that comes with a Nalgene bottle. It's like this, but from a company that's called Seattle Sports, and you can get, there's probably a ton of different ones, but Seattle Sports makes this cover that replaces your regular cover, screws on, and it has 3 LEDs built into it, and a solar panel on top, and somewhere around here, underneath this rubber thing, there it is, there's a USB port to charge it if you wanted to charge it by a USB port while you're driving or something like that. This keeps it protected, almost like a Ranger band would keep it protected, and it stays waterproof and all that fun stuff. But this will put out, has 3 modes. That's 100 lumens, 50 lumens, and a flash mode. And what's great is when you have it on here, especially if you have water in it, and it's not going to show up. I'll put a quick picture at the end of the video that shows it lit at night, but and you can't really see it, but with water in it, it's even brighter. So, neat little gadget. I mean, if you buy just the lid, anywhere from, $10 probably to, if you buy it with the Nalgene bottle, $20, $30, whatever it is. But great bottle, and you can keep it full, you can keep it empty. I usually keep it empty just because it's lighter, and if it freezes, it's not going to expand. So there's one of the little gadgets that I like to use. Next one, no reason not to ever have one of these with you no matter where you're going. This is made by Katadyn, okay? It's a flexible and a lot tougher than you would think bottle. It's a 1 liter bottle and has a built-in filter, and it filters pretty much everything out of your water. You can use it just the way it is, like a water bottle, has a spout on it, or you can fill it up and use it to squeeze into your Nalgene bottle or into a cooking pot or anything. Great little device. Works for up to, I think it covers about 400 gallons or so before you have to replace the filter. But it's a lot of water. Great thing to have, doesn't weigh anything at all. Good little gadget to have. Another little gadget, and I've done the review, there's a video I have on my page of a 3 candle mode. This is by Yuko, UCO, and it's basically just a small little candle lantern. So if all your little battery power devices and everything else fails, you'll still have this. The candles themselves, they do take a special candle, but they'll run 9 hours each, so a full night of burning. And what's good about it is it also generates a little bit of heat. And if you've ever seen my video on the 3 candle model, the 3 candle model actually provides like a cooking surface and heat and everything else. It's starting to get a little bit of rain here. The storm's not over yet. But another great little gadget, inexpensive, packs up tiny. Why not have it, in the back of your car? I mean, all this stuff that I'm showing you, if you wanted to put it all together, would fit in like a Ziploc bag. So take a 1-gallon Ziploc bag, stick the stuff in there, and you got a little survival kit. A couple other gadgets, and these gadgets are all from the same company. It's a company called Bullitt, and I've done reviews on their stoves and different items. Great items, very innovative. They're all made in America. The guy who owns the company is a wonderful guy. He's actually called me personally to let me know status of one of my orders, and just very, very nice company, very great guy. Sad part is, if you go on eBay and some of those other areas, Amazon, a lot of his items that he makes, which are wonderful items, all made in the United States, made by him. He does everything. They have knockoffs and they're cheaper, and some people will go for it. But I'd rather support the company that came out with it, because you wouldn't have these knockoffs if it wasn't for the companies that first made it to begin with. So the company that I'm talking about, of course, is Bullitt. I've done reviews on their stoves before. This is their regular Bullitt model. This is a brand new one. And a couple others. He has the fire ant model, which is even smaller, which I've done a review on. You can use an alcohol burner with this, or you can use the sticks, you can use whatever. This is the other one, the regular one. Comes packed. They're all both small. This is in the box still, and it's tiny. But why not have these along? All you need is twigs and sticks to heat with them. You can heat your water that you gather with the filter and make yourself a meal. A couple other things that Bullitt has come out with is these things called Spragues. Okay, your average. Usually I eat Mountain House food when I'm out here, and your average utensil that you get for outdoors, like these are put out by Light My Fire. I mean, they're not a bad thing. They got a fork, a little knife, spoon. But the problem is when I'm cooking these, usually I eat them right out of the bag. By the time you get down to the bottom, your hands in the bag and everything else. Well, Mountain House. Bullitt came out with these. They're called Spragues, and they're basically a fork and a spoon, long handled, so you can actually dip into these things without getting your hand all messy. And they work as tongs, but with a little twist. They come apart. This you can use as a hook to get the lid on your pot if you're cooking on the fire. Then you have a separate spoon and a fork, and they come in different colors and all that. And to put them back together, you just turn it and you're back together again. Made in the USA. Great company. Bullitt. Bullitt also came out with a while back for some of their regular customers. Michaela had made some of these hand lines. These things are great. I've had fun with them. There's a video, of course, on my page with me using the hand line, catching fish and all that. Well, he made these as a test, and then he had a Kickstarter program. Kickstarter program was great. I donated like $100 to it, but you ended up getting like, a couple stoves, a few of these, Spragues. I mean, whatever you wanted. You had a list you could pick from. But anyway, he made these two, and these are two of the brand new ones that he came out with. Plastic, wrapped with line and everything else. And if you look at my video on how to use these things are great. I mean, stick them in your car. You come across a place, or you're just somewhere and you want to do a little fishing, you got it. I always carry, as you saw in the other video, a little container that has lures and stuff like that in it. So, great little thing to bring along. What else we got here? Little fire starter kit. Has everything you need to start a fire. Keep that in there. These are all just little gadgets and little things to keep you a little bit more comfortable. SOL. They make a lot of survival stuff. You can get these reflective blankets. So in a pinch, if you had to, this isn't an SOL one. This is a less expensive one, but it's tarp on one side and reflective on the other, so it reflects your body heat. Anyway, great little gadgets. Only in the truck. I don't bring these out with me, but, well, the Svenssar I do, but hammock. I carry a little S-wing hatchet with me. I said hammock, but I meant hatchet. I do carry hammocks too, and you guys have seen those videos. And a Svenssar, which basically opens up into a bow saw. You can check those out too. They're pretty good. But I've always been a gadget guy. Anybody who watches my channel or anybody who knows me knows I've always enjoyed gadgets. So it's getting a little long-winded, but I just wanted to share some of those things with you. I'm going to be packing up, probably heading back south toward home, see what the storm has done back at home. Hopefully there's not a lot of damage. I was told there is one tree down behind my house, so I'll be checking that out. But thanks for coming along, keeping me company out here. This is Hatch 61, sharing a few gadgets with you guys and enjoying the great outdoors. So thanks again. You folks have a great day now. Bye-bye.